Well, good morning. As you guys can see, I am out in the greenhouse today and I have a couple of things that I need to get done. One is I'm going to plant my garlic, and another is we need to deal with a new pest that has made its way into the greenhouse. It is about 41 degrees outside, and it is a very warm 60 degrees inside the greenhouse. It is so nice in here. If you guys watched when I harvested my garlic this past summer, there were a lot of little kind of miniature garlic cloves on the stalks. And so I saved those, and that is what I'm gonna plant. I have 3 varieties in here. I have music, Italian purple, and elephant garlic. And my plan this year is to plant them in the greenhouse, which is why it being the middle of December, I thought it would still be okay to get it started. The greenhouse is really warm, so I didn't want to get it started too early. And my plan is to just run it along the edge of this bed on both sides, and then the bed on the other side of this one. This is where we're going to plant our tomatoes this year, or I should say next year. And I thought it would be fine. It's not going to take up, valuable space. And, it's garlic. There's always room for garlic. So I have amended this bed a little bit. We put some bone meal and some blood meal in here, but I want to add a little bit of an all-purpose fertilizer. I'm just using this organic all-purpose fertilizer. I'm just gonna mix a little bit in here, and then I'll throw the garlic into the bed. Now I'm not gonna do like any specific spacing. I'm just gonna mark holes and just put it in the ground. What we did last year was we put flowers all over in the garden, usually in every corner. So I'd like to leave the corners available for flowers. So I'll just kind of start from about right here. And I'm not going to keep track of what kind I'm planting. I'm just gonna plant. So. Does it matter if it has a paper or not? I know when I planted them last year, they all had their skin on. Wish I had more elephant garlic in here. one grows, I'll still be happy. Have any of you grown garlic from Bulbils? I'm probably saying that wrong. Any tips or tricks, or you know, what your experience was growing them? Seems like a really great way. I mean, it's no different than saving some of your cloves from your harvest and then planting those. Difference is that I might not get a great harvest. All right, I just went up to the barn, got some water off of our first flushes, and I'm gonna water this garlic.
It's ice.
Oh, wow. All right, so I have Levi with me now, and we are going to tackle that pest that I was talking to you about. So what we think we have is a vole, and I didn't do that, the vole did. So I came down here the other day to water, and I noticed that there was some mounds in the garden bed, and I didn't know what it was at the time, had come through and basically decimated the beets. So like, this is what the beets looked like. I only was able to salvage a few. So like, here's a big beet that is half eaten. And it ate the bottoms on my fennel and a lot of the tops. And it's like coming up in through the arugula, just making a mess of the greenhouse. And then while I was walking around just kind of looking at everything, I realized it's made its way down to the end of the garden bed. And you can see there's this radish that, well, is mostly eaten. And still some that look okay, except for that one's been in the ground a little too long. And it came through and ate all these carrots. So would have been a nice carrot, I'm sure, but now it's not. I mean, it's even come all the way down here and is eating the snapdragons, which I thought was very interesting. Oh, sorry, spider. So we are going to set some traps. We don't want to use any poison. It's important to us that we don't put anything in our garden or around that Ryder could get into, or other animals. So we're going to use just some mouse traps with some peanut butter, and we'll show you how we're going to do that.
Okay, so here's a tube that we had just laying around,
and we're going to put mouse traps on each end. So I have one set in there right now. And we're gonna stick another one in the other end, and we want to have the vole go into the tube and hit the trap. So we want to make sure that we're setting the trap in there the correct way, and I don't want to snap my finger, so I'm gonna use this. We're just gonna push them in there just a little bit. And so we're going to set 2 of these traps. We're going to put one on this end of the bed and one on the other end of the bed. And we can kind of see where a hole is. And I think this is like where their main little entrance is that they've been going. So we're going to kind of just camouflage this trap here. I'm just going to set it like this. You know, make it to where it's kind of natural. And we'll just
need to turn
the tube
a
little.
tube a little bit the other way. There you go. Perfect.
All right. So here's our other trap. So we're gonna set peanut butter mouse traps at both ends. Some dirt on this side. And again, we're just gonna kind of camouflage it here, seeing if they would crawl in there. All right, so we'll check in the morning to see if we got a vole in there.
All right, so it is the morning, and oh gosh, the back door's open. Well, we are gonna check the traps and see if we have any voles.
Come on, it's all bloody over there, right?
Yeah. Nope, this way. Come on.
There, come on. Outside. Go. No. Hey.
Is there anything?
No. It's like to clean the peanut butter off.
No, it's still there. Yeah.
Anything in either?
I don't know, I didn't look.
That one went off, but.
Did it?
No. And there's dirt in there. So they must have set it off, but it didn't get them.
We'll just keep trying. I read something that if you use, you can use like mint tea. Ryder's running around the greenhouse. He wants to come in because we're inside. So he's at the door. So we're just gonna try different things. We'll reset the traps,
Yeah.
and so hopefully we can get something. I mean, they've already done so much damage in here. I don't know if I could tell if they did more.
I know. Oh,
What?
I just saw one.
You saw one?
Uh-huh. Yeah, ran into that hole right there.
So you can see they're just burrowing everywhere.
See, there's a hole right there. It just went down into the main hole.
So
It's a hotel.
might have to just pull all the stuff out of here because it's just eating everything anyways. I don't want to pick the kale. The kale looks so beautiful. Oh yeah, see, you can see it's like eating the beets. The next ones just started growing. There's just little burrows everywhere. Oh, look at,
Just ate the whole beat.
ate the whole beet. This is just so frustrating.
Oh.
Yeah, a little frustrating. So I also read that they don't like castor oil, So I may be ordering some castor oil and putting that around as well. So, and I think cats are on the horizon.
I think I might get the old Daisy BB gun out, sit out here.
He's kidding.
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, good morning. It's been another day or two since we were out in the greenhouse setting that trap for the voles. So, as you can see, winter is among us. It's beautiful. It's snowing, and it is supposed to switch over to rain a little later today, but just gonna head to the greenhouse and see if we've caught anything. Looks so dark in here with the snow up on top of the greenhouse. All right, let's see if we got anything. Nope. There's nothing in there. Let's check the other one. Oh, there is one. Oh, that scared me. Okay. Well, I don't... Let's see. Oh, that's kind of sad. But one less creature in here eating my garden. Well, that's good. One down. Probably who knows how many more to go. All right. This is why I always make Levi do the mouse traps, because they scare me. Oh, goodness. So, I might put this one here. Big hole right here. Well, all right, I will take that as a success, and hopefully we can just get this taken care of so that we can continue to enjoy our harvest and not have them eating it. This was one of the celeries. Yesterday I came out to get celery, and this one had been, all the root and part of that base of the celery was eaten. I thought maybe I should check on the chickens and see how they're doing. They're definitely not all out here. Not gonna be getting much solar today, that's for sure. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Let's see if we've got any eggs. Oh. Finally getting some new eggs, and they're laying them in different nesting boxes. They were all only laying them in this one, so that's cool. Good morning, chickpea. All right, 5 eggs, that's pretty good. cold. I'm gonna go inside.
Looks like we're about 7/8, almost 7/8 of the way full of these 3 tanks. But I wanted to go ahead and just tell you, with monitoring the temperatures, we need to make sure that if it's going to warm up and we're going to get some rain, we want to open up our collection system. So tonight, or last night I should say, was like 28 degrees. It snowed a little bit, but that's the coldest it's going to be for the next couple of days. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that valve that drains our system. And then I'm going to shut both of the first flushes so we can start capturing this water. And then I think we're going to open up this 4th tank. 7/8 of the way full is getting pretty close to start hitting that overflow. So I want to make sure that we don't lose any water at all. So I think we're going to open up this 4th tank today, and then we'll kind of see where the gauge gets to with all 4 tanks open up. All right, that one's all shut. Let's open up this 4th tank. Water's pouring in there. So hopefully we'll fill this 4th tank up here before spring.
All right, so we are back out in the greenhouse for one last check on our vole traps. It's been probably about 4 or 5 days since we last checked, and so we are going to check this one right here. And I can already tell you there is a vole in there.
Uh-oh.
And right there, so I placed this one right by this vole hole, and it worked perfectly. It went right in and was dispatched. But I've also noticed, well, since we've been out here, is some wilting of the celery, and it's not because it's dying. Well, it is because it's dying, but not because it's too cold. It's because the voles are just, they're still continuing to do a lot of damage in here. So we are just gonna continue setting the traps, and like I said, we'll just keep doing it until we don't catch any more. Is that one pretty big? Or the same size as the other ones? Same size?
It looks like they're just coming in like free willy style and just running up in there.
Yeah. So it might have just been just those 2. No. Oh, maybe. Oh no, this one right here. And I think I forgot to mention, we actually put hardware cloth in the bottom of all of these garden beds. So the only thing I can think of is that They just were able to push it up enough. So we may have to do a little kind of like maintenance and find out like exactly where they're coming in, and then like staple with landscape staples those areas of the hardware cloth down. What was that?
How do you want to do this? Just they've like undermined this whole thing right here.
That's crazy.
They have like a highway right here.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if you look outside, it's like that outside too. So, it's funny, wherever they've eaten off of the snapdragons, there's new growth. Yeah, middle of December and the snapdragons are still blooming. This is amazing. I think they're actually going to overwinter. We have 3 different areas that have snapdragons, and they are still doing well. So there's holes everywhere. Oh, look at, they ate all of the carrots now. There's like this one. That's it. This is so sad.
All right, so we reset all the traps, all set. We smoothed out all the beds. So if we don't catch anything, but we see a bunch of damage, we know we're gonna have to move these traps around or something. But I think that's gonna do it for this one. We'll see you guys on the next one.
I always put a little to the side for Polly, because they always pick on her.